Hello, my pickles. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto under 20. And there are certain days, welcome. If you're new, get ready. I'm eccentric, I'm old, I'm gray, and some people call me funny. But I am as serious and devoted to my Keto under 20 as anybody can be. And so one thing I like to give to all of my subscribers is a consistent, stable food plan, lifestyle, way of eating, so you can count on tuning into me and hearing that I'm continuing, that I'm not jumping ship, that I believe in this program for a way of life and not just a quick fix, lose 20, take off the Christmas poundage, and things like that. What you see today, you will see tomorrow. But I did begin, I've got almost 700 videos. What I did start out with is Weight Watchers. And so I've got quite a few videos that are back then. I did a lot of grocery hauls and pictures of what I took to work and things like that. And so I evolved, like most people that you listen to. We didn't fall into a keto vat of fat. Oh, I didn't mean to rhyme. And wake up and all is well with the world. We did a lot of experimenting to get to our highs in our weight, and did a lot of traditional things before we found that keto lifestyle works for us. And I was doing low carb, high fat, which meant that it kind of could be construed as keto, except that I was having between 40 and 50 grams of carbs before I reduced any fiber per day. And so it was still working for me. I was still feeling great, but I needed that oomph. And the under 20 just gives me a structure and a discipline that I can follow, and a challenge, because what I used to eat in veggies overwhelmed probably the fat and the protein. And so now I have a much more moderate, balanced day of food, which I show here often on my Lose It. And I usually have 70 to 75% fat in my daily intake, 5% carbs, and 20% protein. And sometimes the protein is a little bit more if I have a meat first meal and a meat second meal, but it all balances out, and I've never felt so good. So I'm 66, almost 66 and a half. And so I love putting together my foods, and I do have quite a variety that I have, but it's always the same theme, if you'll get my drift. So when I have 4 ounces of protein at night, it could be pork, it could be a chicken thigh with the skin on it, or it could be a steak. But I'm not a big fish eater anymore, and that's funny because I live on Cape Cod. And then I'll have either a salad, which I'm having some Trader Joe real cruciferous sort of salads with a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, or I'll have like 2 veggies, 2 very low carb veggies like sauteed spinach and cauliflower crumbles, something like that. But you've seen me do an awful lot of books, and if any of you have watched me for a while, you know that I'm famous for buying a book and kind of previewing it on this podcast and not really diving into it, and then it sits along with the other ones like old ships in a shipyard that just don't still fit the bill. And so the last one I did was the zero sugar food plan by David Zinchenko. And although I believe it's a worthwhile book, get it from your library or go to Barnes & Nobles and sit with a coffee and kind of read it while you're there. I don't think you need to purchase it. But this is definitely something that I would recommend. And I am totally, totally, totally delighted. I did see this woman. She doesn't have too many videos, and the ones that she has are like 4 to 6 minutes. And so when I'm walking, I try to find one that's around an hour, so I don't have to stop in the cold or the rain and find another video. But she was at one of those food summits that I sometimes talk about, and she spoke, and I just said, this is quite the woman. She knows her stuff. Her name is Maria Emmerich, and if any of you are into the keto world of collecting cookbooks or following, how to cook keto, she is for you. And so I just got this. It came in the mail yesterday. I can't believe it. I ordered it, and it came the next day, which is absolutely amazing. Thank you, Amazon. So this is the 30-day ketogenic cleanse. Reset your metabolism with 160 tasty whole recipes and meal plans. And it's really more than that. It's her story. There's a whole bunch of tons of things. It is not your typical detox cleanse of, drinking 4 smoothies a day. Blah. It includes food. Huh, who knew? And I don't know about you guys, but I like food. And so I guess I would pass over any, 3 smoothies for 2 weeks, and then we'll let you have a meal. No. Speaking of that, I am watching Khloe Kardashian's Revenge series, and yeah, there was a 2-week drinking smoothies where they introduced after 5 days maybe 1 meal or something like that. And it's just interesting. And of course, what they show is all the gym work. And I wish they'd show the person shopping with one of these experts in Khloe's lives, because what she does is hook them all up, and going shopping and seeing what they put in the cart. Because, who cares if they can take 2 of those ropes and do that, wave thing? I mean, okay, I'm impressed, but it's kind of like My Diet is Better Than Yours that Abel James was in. And it's like, show us what you buy to eat, right? Just saying. So, because nobody wants to starve on a food plan. And that's one of the things when we all get here to keto, we learn that you don't have to starve. Starving and diet are not in the same sentence or even in the same book or paragraph. You can have wonderful, full of fat meals, be satiated, be full, be satisfied until your next meal without the snacks. And your body needs time to digest what you've had in a previous meal. So you want to go to 4 to 6 hours in between the feedings. It just makes sense. Your body will love you for it. So anyway, here is this 30-day, and it's got a meal plan. It's got a detailed explanation about how sugar causes inflammation and leads to disease. Helpful information about which foods are keto approved and which can hold you back from ketosis. Tips on how to eat to balance hormones, sleep better, feel great, and lose weight. Lifestyle recommendations. So she knows her stuff, and from start to finish, 432 pages. My arms get tired holding it up. So if you were going to invest your book shopping dollars, I would recommend this. And although it's listed for $35 on Kindle, you can get it in the paperback form, which I prefer, especially with recipes, for $21, and the Kindle version is just $10. So, very interesting. And I'm just going to let you see what else she has to see if it piques you. And no, I'm not getting a kickback from doing this. Where are we? Okay, so this one is the one that I was just talking about. This is a little bit about Maria, but she tells you a lot about herself in this book, which is really much appreciated where she came from. And, you wouldn't know it to look at her, which is how a lot of people become. You'd never know. This is quick and easy ketogenic cooking. This is another one that she wrote, Keto Adapted. This is another one, the Ketogenic Cookbook from 2015. Then this one's kind of interesting. The Art of Healthy Eating, The Slow Cooker, Secrets to Controlling Your Weight, Cravings, and Mood, Understanding the Biochemistry of neurotransmitters and how they determine our weight and our mood. And that came out in December 2010. Secrets to a Happy Metabolism, and that came out in 2011. So, and then, as you can see, she's got quite a bit of books. So that's who I'm going to be taking to work with me over Super Bowl weekend when I work the overnights at the police department, and that's what I will be diving into. The recipes that she gives are incredible, but what's even more incredible are pictures. And this is the egg roll deconstructed, sort of things like that. So things are keto-fied. And I think there are a few, let's see, a few keto treats, but it's not the highlight of the book. But keto treats, as Michelle Rock says, are perfectly acceptable after you hit maintenance and not before. It is not a plan your keto treat and then eat small portions around it. And so this is my girl for now. This is today's flavor, Maria Emmerich, and I hope you are tracking and drinking your water. And I'm having lemon water with salt in it. That is what I have a few glasses full every single day. My bulletproof coffee. I tried ghee from Trader Joe's for the first time in a green chai hot tea. Delish. If you've never had ghee, rather expensive, so I think I'm only going to use it in my tea because it enhances the chai flavor. But that's it for me, and I hope you're having a wonderful keto day. If not, if you're on something else, I hope it's equally as wonderful. We don't discriminate here. We just lean into what it is that I'm doing because that's how I roll. But if you're not doing keto and you're just curious about it, I hope that this helped a little bit. There's so much information about it. And the feeling that you will feel, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. Keto under 20 rocks. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto Under 20. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now.